We start this hour with breaking news out of Adams County, where a deputy was shot earlier this morning. We know at least one other person was hurt, too.
Courtney Yoon is live at the scene there for us near US 36 and Broadway. Things are changing here in just the last few minutes, Courtney, so bring us up to speed.
Yes, that's right, Drew and Corey. We're seeing a lot of the police leave the area now. Broadway is back open here at 74th and Broadway in front of Caraway Apartments, right across the street from Mapleton Public Schools. I'm going to have my photographer, Manny Sotelo, give you a look at what the scene looks like now. So cars are able to go through Broadway now. Earlier, there were dozens of police cars here, agencies from Colorado State Patrol, Commerce City Police, Adams County Sheriff's Office, Lakewood PD, a lot of agencies that were out here this morning. We also spoke with someone who lives at Caraway Apartments. She says she was woken up around 5 o'clock this morning. She heard a lot of shooting inside of her building. She also saw that police were trying to get into another apartment building. Someone was barricaded inside of there and they were trying to knock the door down. We did speak with her just a couple of minutes ago. Here's what she had to say about what she experienced this morning.
I woke up at like 5:03 and I just see in my window police back there, and they were trying to get somebody out from the third floor. They proceeded to go inside the building to the first floor, and literally thousands of them. They got one person out on a stretcher. They brought some mom and a kid out, and now they just arrested somebody else. Wow. So I don't know what's going on, but I do know there's an officer up there on the third floor getting something out. So yeah, I don't know what's going on, but yeah, it's a lot going on.
She went on to tell us that she saw someone get pulled out of the apartment building onto a stretcher. And again, we have it confirmed that one deputy was shot and another person was as well. We don't know how either of them are doing right now, but we do know that they were taken to the hospital. At this time, again, Broadway is open back up, and it seems like police are clearing this area. We're going to head over to our traffic anchor this morning, Brianna Fernandez, for a look at traffic. Good morning, Brianna.
Hey, good morning, Courtney. Thank you so much for that information. We still have that traffic impact alert because we are tracking a deadly pedestrian crash that happened out in Aurora. First, let's talk about what we're seeing right now along I-25 at 104th Avenue. We also have another crash that's happening for folks heading southbound. This is usually a hot spot for a lot of folks in the North Glen area, just after 104th Avenue. So we are seeing slowdowns, especially if we're taking that on-ramp onto southbound I-25. It looks like that right shoulder is partially blocked, as well as that right lane. And again, it's impacting that on-ramp. So I do want to switch things over to our main map. So again, Courtney Yoon, she was giving us a live look from this police activity, from that shooting involving officers. Earlier this morning, we also had a crash along Highway 36, not far from that police activity, and this was impacting folks' commute. Right now, those speed times have improved a lot, because earlier this morning it was around 5 to 6 miles per hour. Now it's 12 miles per hour. And again, Broadway at 74th is back open. Let's talk about this deadly pedestrian crash for folks heading out the door right now out in Aurora. Havana Street at 4th Way. We know that those northbound lanes along Havana Street are shut down. That's according to the Aurora Police Department. They are saying that this was a pedestrian that was hit. That vehicle that was involved in this crash left the scene. So right now they're trying to get a good description of that vehicle. So it was a hit and run fatal crash. This was near a bus stop. So they are saying if you're taking northbound Havana Street right now for that morning commute, it is going to be shut down. So there's ways that you can work around it if you're trying to head out the door. Maybe take first instead of 4th Way. But of course, once we have more information, we will keep you guys updated.
Brianna, thank you. Now to our other top story this morning, the winds and the fire danger. Taking a live look outside right now from Fort Collins, where you can see the cameras shaking a bit, the flags whipping around. The winds will pick back up, especially in Weld and Larimer County, and the winds are creating high fire danger. A red flag warning is set to go into effect at 8 o'clock, so in less than an hour. And because of this, Xcel says it will cut power to 9,000 customers in northern Colorado today. They are worried that these strong winds could knock down power poles and start fires.
The plant shutoff is set to start this morning at 8 o'clock. So this is a look at the map that Xcel sent out to show off the impacted area. They plan to cut power to Larimer and Weld counties, including parts of Fort Collins. Xcel is banking on weather conditions improving in the late afternoon hours, but says getting the power back on could take hours or even days. That was the case during Xcel's last planned power shutoff back in December. But those were also, keep in mind, on a much larger scale. A few schools in the outage area are closed today. The Poudre School District has already announced classes canceled at 4 of its campuses. Weld RE4 is also closing one. They're all listed right there on your screen. Keely, what do you have at the Weather Center?
Yeah, no question, the winds, that's the big story. We are also getting some snow and limited visibility. This is I-70 at the Eisenhower-Johnson tunnels. So winter-like driving conditions up in the mountains. Down at the plains, we're talking about blustery conditions, blowing dust, low visibility due to the blowing dust this afternoon. Certainly a concern out across the plains as well. Live radar, we are seeing those flurries moving through as that gradually starts to dry out and dissipate. Winds will be picking up after about noon. So current gusts close to 30 miles per hour. Ray in Burlington, 35 in Greeley. This is where we're going to see those winds really pick up across the northeast corner of the state, where we do have a red flag warning, high fire danger. Those winds again gusting 60, 70 miles per hour. Very dry conditions, low relative humidity. It would just take a spark to start a destructive wildfire. High wind warning in effect for the northern plains and the eastern plains as well. Denver not part of the high wind warning, although the fire danger is going to be high in the metro area as well. Current temperatures, we're in the 20s across the metro area right now. It is a chilly start to your Friday. Teens and 20s across the plains. And topping your weather headlines, no question, the winds going to be an issue today. Breezy tomorrow, much cooler today. That cold front really dropping those temperatures. And your Broncos forecast, it's going to be a chilly one. More on that coming up in your complete forecast in just a bit.
Kaylee, thank you. We're going to be following the strong winds and the impacts all day today. You can stay up to date by streaming our content anytime on 9 News Plus. Download on your TV. Watch for free.